This week, we'll be looking at things we can do to fight climate change on a public scale. This is often where I tend to feel like things are way out of my control, but they're not out of my control. What do I mean? Well, we're always told to lead by example. So what can we do to show our families, friends, neighbors, communities, and public leaders what's important to us and what we care about? We can advocate for what we believe in. Well, great, but what does that look like? I mean, how do we advocate for the right to a clean, livable planet? Well, first we have to acknowledge and accept that not everyone can, or wants to be a protester, marcher, or writer. That is perfectly fine. There are several levels of engagement here, so choose whatever feels right for you. The most basic level is personal advocacy, and there's several ways to make this happen. Support climate-related education, like you are right this second. Ignorance is not bliss in this instance. Make donations to advocacy groups doing the work you want done. Sign and share petitions that let your voice be heard on specific issues. If you happen to be an outgoing person, start a climate change conversation and share openly and without judgment what you know with someone else. Now, this might seem weird, but look at your financial institutions and investments. Why? I mean, how can the way I manage my money affect the climate? Well, it's not the how, but who. And the institutions supporting your money also support the major contributors to climate change's money. So it's important to choose a sustainably minded bank. Well, how do you figure out which ones are and which ones aren't? Well, first, see if your bank invests in fossil fuel companies, which is not good. And you can do that at rand.org. Second, find a greener-minded bank if you need one. greenamerica.org can help you with that one. And third, make the switch. It's also great to consider switching to a credit card that offers givebacks to the future of the planet, like tree planting programs or conservation program donations. Even better, invest in sustainable companies and technologies that will lead us into a better future. Finally, the most important personal advocacy action, one I hope everyone is already doing, is to vote. Find out where your representatives stand on climate and add this element into your voting decisions. Vote for our planet and our kids' future with green and clean initiatives, energy-related and otherwise, and support candidates that believe that a clean planet has more value than a dirty one. The next level takes it up a notch, but still keeps it semi-personal, and this is community advocacy. Now, this is where I feel like you could actually notice the difference you're making. And this is important because it's hard to keep doing something if you don't see it making a difference. And you'll also find your fellow partners in climate crime within your community, which only increases your collective voice and the impact that you could have in the area. Together, encourage the schools and businesses you're connected with through things like the PTA or sustainability work groups to reduce emissions and waste. Remind them it'll save resources and money in the long run. Get involved with community and urban garden groups. If there isn't one, consider being the person to get one going. Look for groups cleaning and greening or planting highways and parkways or any other kind of cement-dominated structures. Join in on any kind of waterway cleanup or restoration project. Personally, I'd love to see sustainable communities become a thing, with each community having a garden for everyone, a local compost station, a stuff exchange, planted green areas everywhere, green-focused shops and retailers, and a space that's designed so you can safely walk or ride your bike anywhere you need to go within the community. But that's a pipe dream. Anyway, the third and final level, political advocacy. And this is the most public and outspoken level. It takes a particular kind of person and includes activities like volunteering for groups or candidates doing climate and advocacy work, like the Climate Reality Project, joining a virtual or in-person march or climate action event, These can be priceless learning experiences for all ages, but especially our keiki or kids. Attending town halls, pushing to hold the fossil fuel industry accountable for their actions, pushing for responsible and sustainable recycling methods in our area, pushing for 100% clean energy, and finally, calling and or writing your elected officials, both state and federal, demanding action on the climate crisis, plastic pollution, and anything else conservation or climate related. If your kids have something to say on the matter, include them in the process. Include them in everything. This is their future we're handling with. All right, everyone, that's it for now. If you're already super involved in this area, thank you. It's such important work. If you advocate in a way we didn't mention here, please send a comment and share your brilliant action. Thanks for diving in, everyone. Hit that subscribe button before you leave. Share what you've learned here forward, and I'll see you next time.